All right, all right, all right. Welcome, everybody. I hope you are having a wonderful day wherever you are in the world. Welcome to the Pledge.ai live call here, where we're going to be getting into Schema today. And super exciting stuff, guys. Welcome, welcome. So let's get this chat going. Can you guys hear and see me? I work very closely with Darsh, the CEO of Pledge. My name is Terry. I'm here to open up the call and give a bit of an introduction to the main man, Darsh, the CEO, who will be guiding you through this incredible journey of AEO. Right, let's get started. All right, so Eddie, hello, what's going on? Hello, Tina. Oh, Tina's in the house. You're getting around all the live calls these days. Love it. From Phoenix. Yeah, I'm here in Phoenix as well. What's up, Rodrigo? From Australia. I'm not going to do an Australian accent. Everyone thinks I'm Australian anyway. What's up, guys? Hey, Lawrence. Oh, Larry from Detroit. All right, we got a bit of crossover happening. I love it. Hey, Kurt, what's up from Charlotte? Rodrigo again. Yes. Lawrence in the house. Yes, yes, yes. Gabby or Gaby. I'm going to go with Gabby. Brian from Mississippi. Hello, hello. What's up, Darren? Oh, oh, we got whales in the house from the valleys. That is I apologize. I apologize, Darren. That was just an awful Welsh accent. I can kind of get away with it because I'm from London. So anyway, Lorena, hello, hello. What's going on? Hey, Lundy. Sydney, Australia. Debbie from Wisconsin. Beautiful, beautiful. Hello, Patricia. Hello, Simon, I think is that how you pronounce it, from Poland in the house. Canada. Look at this beautiful international audience we've got here. Oh, Christine. What's up, Christine? I love it. We've got a lot of crossover happening from some of the other stuff that's we got going on behind the scenes. Hey, Anton from Brazil. Brazil in the house. Beautiful. Oh, Eve. Hello, Eve. Hello. Yes. Love it. Mohammed from Dubai. Look at this. Portugal. Teresa. Hello. London in the house. Let's go. Look at all this. Mia, my home girl from Helsinki, Finland. Oh, I think you're from Helsinki. Definitely Finland. Yeah, we had that conversation. You're from Helsinki. Cool. I said it right, Gabby. Excellent. Beautiful stuff, guys. Well, we're going to be getting into schema today, which Darsh is really going to get into here and explain. And AEO, answer engine optimization, is one of these new things that is just coming to surface that is going to be one of the most important possible things you can be aware of moving forward in this glorious age of AI that we're getting into. And that I would find it very challenging to find anyone else out there that has been as deep in the trenches as my main man Darsh, who is the courageous CEO, guiding you guys on this epic, epic journey through answer engine optimization. So, Darsh, my main man, are you there today to talk to these lovely people?
Hey everyone, can you hear me? Am I
Yeah,
audible?
loud and clear, my friend.
Awesome, perfect. Great. Yeah, we're already 3 minutes in. I think we can start. Okay, so how many of you guys were on the last call last Monday? Just put one, me, I was, whatever's easy for you. Just want to understand. Okay, first time here. Okay, okay, all right, so most of the people are here for the first time then, going by the numbers and the number of responses I got. Okay, so first of all, let me actually uh, show you guys that you can go to your accounts and go to AEO Academy right here, and you can go through this first kickoff call. Okay, we covered the basics here. So please go through this call whenever you can. It's important. It's because it's the basics, so it's important. So please go through that call. Okay. Awesome. Perfect. Great. Thanks, Kurt. So last time we received a request from a lot of you where you wanted an option to add a language. Language has been added to two of the apps. Rest of the apps will be done within this week. So if you go to FAQs app, let me show my screen once again. Okay, if you go to AEO optimized FAQs, you have an option of output language here. So if you put Spanish, based on whatever details you put here, your response will be generated in Spanish or whatever language you choose. Same goes for Schema Markup, the second app, which is what we're going to talk about today mainly. I will go through two apps today, FAQs and Schema Markup. FAQs is fairly simple. Schema Markup is a little more complicated, but I'll go through both of these. Any questions, guys? Anything that you want to ask before we dive into the call? And I'll try taking questions within the call itself, but I'd prefer taking them towards the end. So if you have any questions, if you put your questions in, if I'm not responding, not that it's being ignored, it's just that I'm going to answer them towards the end if that breaks my flow. Mohammed, give it a shot. Arabic should work. Give it a shot. Okay, DV. So okay, for the first timers. So the thing is that it's going to be a series of calls. So if we try giving recap of everything that we've done in the past, we will never be able to progress at a speed that we want to. But because it's a second call, I'm going to go with an exception. I'll give a little bit of context as to what this is about. But if you're joining new going forward, please go through the calls previously so that you understand what we've already covered. Okay, AEO, AI Engine Optimization. So when you search for something on Google, and if your business is shown, your website is shown on the first page in the top 5 results, basically that it means that you have your search engine optimized. Your website is search engine optimized. Google is a search engine. Now, because the world is moving towards LLMs, now what are LLMs? LLMs are language learning models like ChatGPT. So a lot of people are moving towards ChatGPT and other LLMs like Alexa, Google Assistant, Claude, Meta's assistant as well. I don't exactly remember the name, but Meta has its own as well. Now, when you search for something on these platforms, how would your business get recommended by these platforms? Okay, that's AEO, AI Engine Optimization. Okay, so that's what we're talking about here. That's what the platform is all about. So the apps that you see on my screen right now, these are the apps that you can use to create content for your website. And I'm going to just go deeper into how to use these apps. No, it's AI Engine Optimization, Mohammed. AI Engine Optimization. Artificial Intelligence Engine Optimization. Stefan, if it's a new business, should you go for AEO or SEO? You make the call. I would go with AEO primarily because people are moving towards LLMs mainly. So my bet would be on AEO. Of course, you can do both, Marie, no problem. Large language model, thanks. So it's large LLMs or large language models. Okay, perfect. Any questions other than what I just mentioned, the basics of your AEO, what the AEO and what SEO is? We've discussed this at length in the last call. It's AI engine optimization, Darren. AI engine optimization. Okay, all right. Diving into the apps. Perfect. So we're going to go with the AEO optimized FAQs. Okay. So you all should have access to this app. Now, what this app does is it's not your conventional frequently asked questions on the websites that you see. I mean, you can pick any website that you know on the internet that has FAQs. And if you go through their FAQs are not conversational. When I say not conversational, it means that the words or the verbiage or the way they are laid out, it answers the question, but not in a way that you would have a conversation with a human being. A basic thing that I want to repeat on this call again, because there are a lot of new people on this call, is AEO is designed around how humans naturally have a conversation. Okay. Even when you're talking to ChatGPT or any other LLM, ask them the question in a way you would ask a question to a normal person. Okay? So similarly, when you're asking a question as a normal person, the answer that you expect is also, it should be framed in a normal person's language. It should not be transactional. It should not be robotic. Hence, when the content on your website is framed in that language, which is natural to human beings, these LLMs, they prefer your website, they recommend your website, they recommend your business. Okay. So when you come up with FAQs by yourself, it may not be in a normal, in human beings language in those terms. Not that you don't know how to talk to other human beings, but because of so many years of programming in terms of creating online businesses, we are not able to come up with the content that actually serves that purpose. So to help you with that and save you from some of the brain damage, all you got to do is you put your website URL here. What is the focus of your website? You answer these questions. So the website focus, deal.ai's focus is AI. My business creates AI apps that help businesses with marketing more effectively. The apps are user-friendly and can be used by a layman with little to no training. Okay, let's say that's what my website focus is. My target audience is business owners and people starting new business. Okay. Primary keywords, let's say if people are looking for my business, what are they looking for mainly? So they're looking for apps or marketing apps that help them with social media marketing, AI digital marketing apps, AI apps. Let's go with that. Geographic focus, it's global. Which language do I want the results in? Let's say English. And if I hit generate results, let's just wait for it. When I say yes, it's different from the one on deal.ai platform. So Brian, generative engine optimization is when AI engines use your website to generate the content. It's different from AEO. Okay, so AEO is not exactly the same as GEO, and let's not confuse things. Let's just focus on what we're talking about. There are two different ones. SEO is different, AEO is different, GEO is different. We're focusing on AEO. Okay. Okay. So now I got these FAQs. All right. Now, if you look at the questions, they are more conversational. They are not robotic. And the answers are also not one sentence. It's more conversational. It's a little bit more in depth. The language is a little more conversational. So if I just read a few, what are AI marketing apps and how can they benefit my business? I mean, that's how you would normally ask a question as well. So the answer, AI marketing apps utilize artificial intelligence to streamline and enhance your marketing efforts. These apps can help automate tasks, analyze customer data, personalize marketing strategies to improve engagement and conversion. So the answers are also conversational, right? Anything that you have on your website, it needs to be in a way that it's conversational. Now, I'm not saying that to break down the structure of the website and just have everything that's in a conversational manner. No, it has to have a proper structure, which we touched upon on the last call. That structure is super important as well, which we will cover in depth in the future calls, not today. So you need to have a structure of your website as well, properly maintained when you're putting the content in, right? So if you guys are on your laptops, I would, just go to your platform, go to your account and just type in, if you have a business, type in your website URL, type in your website focus, fill in these details and generate some content for yourself. Yeah, you can generate more questions after that, Randy. So if you generated these, hit generate again. If you don't want to change anything, you've got other set of questions after answers after that, FAQs after that. Bradley, the answer to that question is if you are optimizing your website for AEO, use these. Okay, I'm just gonna give you guys a few minutes. I'm gonna answer the questions in the meantime, but go to your AEO optimized FAQs and generate some FAQs for your business. Okay, Rennie, you have to reach out to support@deal.ai if you've not received your login information for any reasons. It could be that the email address that you signed up with was different or it was typed incorrectly. Could be various reasons. Just reach out to this team, please. Bradley, ideally, yes. But if you only have AEO optimized FAQs and the rest of the content is not AEO optimized, it's not gonna make a huge difference. I have to be in CEO guide to do this course. You don't have to be a CEO, Yaniv. Okay. All right. Guys, are you doing it? Do you want me to wait for you to do it by yourself and then proceed? I want to work with you rather than, just going by myself. It's a new concept. Okay, it's generating, okay. Generated code. It will not affect the generated code, Marie. We're gonna talk about schema markup in some time. Okay. All right. Okay. So, but did you guys get the concept as to why these FAQs are different and why the information that you're putting on the site is required? Any questions with respect to the questions that you have to answer on the left side? Any questions with that? What should you enter in the website focus? What you should enter in the target audience? Is that clear? Okay. Okay. All right. Perfect. Perfect. Great. Now, one thing that I want to mention over here, let's say you have a business or you are helping another business optimize their business as per AEO, and that business is not global in nature. That business is local, or it serves a specific area. I would highly recommend you put the geographic focus in that case. Thanks, Bernard. So you should definitely put in the geographic focus in that case. So let's say your client is a dentist and they are operating in LA and neighborhood. So when you put that specific location here, let me actually do it for you. So I'm just gonna create a fake website here. Dental.com, website focus, helping people with their dental problems. Just gonna keep it simple. I just want to show you the difference when you put geographic focus here. Target audience, people looking, of course, to get their teeth fixed in LA and neighborhood. Primary keywords are tooth decay, dental problems, bad teeth. Okay, geographic focus, let's say, and neighborhood. Okay, now generate results. Okay, I'm gonna look at the questions now. No, it doesn't read the content, Mohammed. This is not the app. There is another app that we have, which is AEO proposal generator that reads the website. That we use responses to help optimize. Yes, you use the responses to optimize your website. You can use whatever you want to use, Darren, to write the website focus. I mean, ideally, you should know what your business focus is. It can be several geolocations. Yes, you can put a comma and then add the locations, different locations. For HTML, we're going to go deep into the schema markup. So hold on to that. If you want the business to start locally and expand globally, there major impact. No, I mean, it depends upon. So if you're having a local business first, then use location. And if you're going global, then change the questions, the answers accordingly. Go through the recordings, please. Based on the answer got. Okay, great. That's Eric, not the question that we're going to answer on this call. We are still debating about it. This is not the only thing that you have to do, Gabby. Not just generating FAQs is not going to optimize your website for AEO. It's one of the things that you can do. Okay, now let's see. This is the question that people would ask generally, let's say. Is the AI dental assessment available? I don't know why I picked AI for people living in Los Angeles. So the AI dental assessment and virtual. So this is why the geographic focus is important when you are actually a local business. Okay. Because when you're going to look for a dentist, let's say looking the best dentist in LA and neighborhood, or I don't know what, luckily I've never had dental problems. So let's say people looking for aligners, let's say. So best aligners, best dentist to provide aligners in LA and neighborhood. So that's when your business is going to get referred by ChatGPT. One more thing, guys. Another important thing here. If you have a specialty, if your business has a specialty, focus on that as well. Don't just go general. Let's say you know that if you're a dentist and aligners is your specialty, focus on aligners. So your website focus should be aligners. Okay. I went way too general because I've never really had any problems with my teeth. So I don't really know in depth as to what are the other things that dentists do. So you focus on that specific thing so that when people are looking for aligners, your business is referred. Okay. Do you guys understand in terms of what is the difference between when you should add geographic focus and when you should not? Okay. Oh, Reina, okay. So there is a dental.com which has AI. That's why it's picking up AI. For some reason from here. Yeah, AI dental assessment. There you go. Thanks, Reina. So it's reading the website and then generating the FAQs as well. Okay, perfect. But don't just depend upon your website here. You got to mention these things more in detail. Okay. Moving on to the next one, guys. Schema markup. Let me give you a little bit of brief about what schema markup is. This is the technical part that I mentioned in the email as well, that we're going to go a little technical. One second. Frank, your question is regarding FAQs. Where do you put this information on your website? Darren, it does, but don't depend on that. The reason why I said it does not, because I just don't want you to compensate on the quality of the inputs that you will put in the answers. It does read the website, but just don't depend upon that. You've got to give your quality answers as well. Yes, Frank, on the FAQ page. I can ask at AEO about a training program in a specific state, city, and specific product in that city or state. Bernard, I'm sorry I didn't get that question. Okay. Schema markup. I'll try keeping it as simple as I can. So with the website builder that we have, you don't really need you don't need to have any coding experience. But there are codes at the back end that get generated when you create a website. Even if you're dragging an element and dropping it and creating a website using a drag and drop option, it still generates a code at the back end, which is not visible to you, but there is a code that's working behind the scenes. Now, schema markup is that code that you can use, and you can add this code in the back end, which will not be visible on the website as such, but it will optimize your website. Does that make sense? I want you guys to be clear about this part first. Okay. Perfect. Okay. Okay, great. So what it does is it takes the FAQs thing to one level deeper, wherein it creates that content for the FAQs, plus it creates the code, and you can just copy and paste that code in the back end, which is not going to be visible, but it optimizes your website for AEO. Okay, so let me create a content first. Let's just go with dental itself. Website, or let me just go with deal.ai. I'm more comfortable with that. Okay, website focus, creating AI apps, help businesses with their marketing efforts, the marketing strategy, content, and effectiveness. Say, then target audience, it's a small and medium business owners. Graphic focus is not there. English. Now, let's generate results. Eddie, I'll tell you where to put that schema. Thanks, Randy. Okay. So you've got FAQs. Now, this is the schema. Okay. I'm not going to focus on the FAQs part right now. I'm going to focus on schema. Now, let's say you generate FAQs from the FAQs app, which is specifically to generate FAQs. You can take the content from there and replace content in this code if you find the FAQs better over there. This one gives you the schema that you need to copy paste. So you can replace the content in the schema app with the FAQs if you find those better, okay? Now, this is the code. Now, I don't want you to understand this code. I'm not teaching how to code, but this is what you copy paste. It has to start with the HTML tag. It has to end with an HTML tag, and you put it in the HTML code section, wherever that is in your website. Okay, so whosoever has built your website, and if you do it by yourself, you would know where the HTML code section is. If you don't know, then if you've made it, if you've asked somebody else to build it, just ask them to put this code in the HTML section with the HTML head, and you can put it in the body. Eve, I'm not very well versed with Wix, so I'm not 100% sure. These classes are recorded. Please go to AEO Academy. Where do I find the location and how do you add it? So Michael, there's always an HTML code that gets generated when you build a website. It has to go there. It's not going to be visible, so it doesn't really matter. You put it in the beginning, you put it in the end, but this code has to be there. Now, just focus on FAQs and just Rodrigo, just focus on FAQs and the schema for FAQs for now. Thanks, Mohammed. In this case, this one is for AEO, Greg. Okay, I guess I've answered all the questions. And you see it's for FAQs page. So it's for FAQ. If you are creating content, for other pages, you change the name of the page and you put your content here accordingly. You can dive into it and try understanding what this code means, but I'm not getting into the depth of that. I'm not teaching how to code. Yes, Mohammed. So that's why I was saying, if let's say you don't like the content here, but you got the schema here, you can generate FAQs from the FAQs app and copy paste that content. So you copy and paste your question here, and you paste your answer here if you like the other answers. Awesome. I was thinking this is going to take longer. Any questions, guys? Any questions in terms of schema markup? Because this is not straightforward. You just don't copy paste it on your website, especially when you're creating a website using a drag and drop feature, which most of the people use these days. And they're not really aware there's an HTML section which gets generated. Any questions with regards to this, guys? And do it while we're on the call. Try doing it while we're on the call for your business and see if you get the same result or not. Okay, let me check some comments and questions. FAQs to be displayed on the yes, FAQs in the form schema. Exactly, Mohammed, you got it right. This creates a new page that we need. No, it does not create a new page, Darren. So your website will have a home page. It's going to have a FAQs page. It's going to have a services page. So on the FAQs page, or if you're having FAQs on the home page itself, then you put these FAQs on the home page and the schema on the home page itself. If you have a separate page for FAQs, then you put it over there. It's recommended to optimize it for AEO. You have a separate page for FAQs. Greg, no, it's not on the deal.ai's website. The HTML code is there, yes. Debbie, yes, you can do it for any page. It's just that you got to create a schema accordingly. So instead of FAQs page, you can do it for, let's say, services page. And instead of type question, it's going to be services. So just keep that in mind when you're changing the schema. Oh, awesome, Randy. Perfect. Yeah, you can copy the FAQs and not the schema if that's what you want to use from here, not the schema. But you should use schema. That's what we're talking about, Yaniv. Schema is very, very important. I don't have a website right now, Roberto, that I can show you. Let me try pulling it up. But let me just answer the questions first. I'll show you where to put. You can put a lot of schemas in, Eddie, but then you got to make sure that all the schemas are congruent and you're not confusing the system. Yep, Rodrigo. Can you have a set of FAQs on your website and another set of schema FAQs? Ideally not, Eric. You should have the same FAQs and the same schema FAQs in the schema as well. Marie, you can have more HTML codes on the same page depending upon what you're trying to do. But for schema, it's recommended for FAQs you have a separate page. stays the same, though it just changes the text. The code remains the same, Debbie, yes. DV, so what the schema, when you upload a schema onto the page, your website gets indexed much faster, and it doesn't really, you don't have to wait, your website doesn't have to wait for like 90 days, 60 days for the LLMs to start recognizing that you have updated something. With the schema, it gets indexed much faster, and it is preferred that you've done, you've done more work. Let's say, I'm going to put it in a simple terms. Somebody has just built a website, but you've also updated the schema, which the LLMs understand on top of the content that's on the website, and they prefer to recommend those websites from those businesses that have done more work. Gabby, it's still generating. Probably check your internet connection. It shouldn't take more than 2 to 3 minutes. So on our white level, FAQs are the same. Yes, Stefan, I would recommend that. I just built a new website, so I can implement this as a tool, and then yes, Bruce, you can. Darren, you can try that. But then for the homepage, you have content for homepage that may confuse the system. You can, Bernard, use the schema for the existing websites. Yes, for sure. FAQ page is better, Debbie. That's what I was talking about, the structure. Yeah, if your website is not confusing and it's properly structured, those websites and businesses are preferred. Yes, Bruce, it's not visible. It's a code which sits behind the website. Gabby, have a separate FAQs page, and in that page, put the schema as an HTML code. Yani, you gotta do nothing. Like, you just simply gotta copy and paste this with the code with the header code on the top and a code at the bottom. I'll show you what to do. Okay, looks like there are no more questions in the chat. So let me show you. Let me actually pull up another website and show you where to put it. Give me a second. Just gonna pull. Okay. Okay. One second. All right, I'm going to share my screen again and show you guys. If you are a Deal.ai member, you'll know what I'm doing. If not, you'll have to find out where the code section is. Let me share my screen once again. This is just an example of where you can do it within Deal.ai. Okay, so you go to editor in your Deal.ai account and click on edit page. We're going to give you a website builder on pledge.ai as well, guys. Just wait for some more time, okay? And here you would see code section, custom code. You drag and drop this. Okay, now this window is going to get opened, and you just copy the schema, and on the top, type HTML, bottom, or you can try script as well, actually. So you put these codes on the top at the bottom in the bottom of the schema, and you just hit save. It's actually got to be HTML. 1 second, guys. HTML. It's not going to be script, it's HTML. Not sure why it's not working with the HTML, but that's, just give me a second. Let me try it on another website. Second. No, you can't put it on the top, guys, where it says it's better to put it in the custom code. Just a second. I'm just going to make it work. Trying it on a different page. No, it's not working for some reason. I'll cover this one in the next one. I'm gonna try and see why it's not working, but then you just gotta put this code in the HTML section. And this is how you add the HTML section. Let me just share my screen once again. Yeah, Rodrigo, it's tried with script and both. There's something that's broken on the page. So let me just show it to you again. Let me delete this from here. So you go to elements, you pull in custom code, you add the code here. Let me copy it again. It has to be HTML. Save. For some reason, it's not picking up, but that's how you do it. I'm going to figure out what's not working, and which I'll cover in the next week. Essentially, that's what you need to do. Any questions with respect to where to put it? No, it was forward slash. It was forward slash. I'm pretty confident. Let me just try once again. HTML. And HTML. Yep, it is forward slash. Yeah, something's broken on the page. I'll just work on that and see what's not working. Anything else, guys? Is the concept clear and as to what you need to do and where you got to put it? Okay. Any questions with respect to why we need to do this? Okay. Let me just go through the questions. Okay, yeah. Great. So essentially, these two things, I wanted to cover these two things today. I'm not sure if you've had a chance to go through the rest of the platform, but as I was sharing with you, we've added language option in Schema Markup app and the FAQs app. So if you are serving a different market with a different language, you can try creating the content. So let's say if I do it in Spanish, it's going to generate content for me in Spanish, right? So that should help you to actually focus on local markets as well. And you will see the language option coming up in the, excuse me, in the rest of the apps as well, okay? The rest of the apps are also there. So if you have to create a website, what are the things that you need in a website? You need a homepage. And this is where you can generate the content for the homepage. It does not have a language option as of yet. We're gonna add it by the next week. You want to understand what's wrong on the website? Try AEO proposal generator. Services page should be there on the website. FAQs page should be there on the website. You should have a blog section. You can create blogs from here. A contact us section should be a page should be there, so you can generate content for that page from here. Content optimizer is if you have a content that's already there and you want to optimize it as per AEO, try this. Then you have Ask Darsh as an app, which I keep updating with newer and better content to give you more and more better and better quality of responses over a period of time. If you have any questions with respect to AEO, just go over there and ask your questions. Okay. Now, I see some of us, yeah, we ask questions. Hey, I missed my last call. Where can I get the recording? Okay. I'll try. I'm giving it a feedback that you should give that answer as well. But the main purpose of this app is to help you with AEO and not anything else. Okay, it's specifically optimized to give you answers for that. So keep your questions precise as you can. And as I mentioned, the previous recording of the call and today's and all the other calls that we're going to have in the future, all the recordings are going to be in the AEO Academy. And they're going to be unedited. Everything that we've talked about, it's going to be right there. Let me check some questions. Why not directly on the code part on the top right of the site? Eric, it may because you have other codes on the header and the body section, and it's not for HTML code. The top section for the coding is for JavaScript and for CSS mainly. That's why. Bernard, the recording is going to be in AEO Academy. When adding the domain on a place, it won't allow me that domain is already existing. Yeah, Mohammed. I mean, if you already have a domain that's already connected, you better reach out to support, Mohammed. They can help you out with that. Bruce, yes, not today. This is the second one, Caitlin. Yes. With the other apps, will they integrate with your website? Like, I'm not creating a website right now, but then I'm just sharing with you that we already have these apps that you can use to create a website with the content that's AEO optimized. But we're gonna have more and more apps that you will need to do so, to create a AEO optimized website. Also, I keep mentioning this. I've mentioned this a few times that a structure is very important. Your website should be highly responsive. It should be mobile first. It should be accessible on the tablets properly. It should be, and laptops, desktops, of course, but it should be mobile first. It should be responsive in a way that, not just the content that's on there, but it should be readable. And these LLMs, they are smart enough to understand if the website is optimized for mobile or not. If not, your business will not get recommended as much as other businesses will be. So there are a lot of things that you have to fix. It's like there are multiple dials on the radio and you have to, dial, tune it to in a way that you start receiving the frequency that you should. It's exactly like that. There's no problem in doing so, Randy. You can create longer content. I mean, more conversational it is, the more in depth it is, the better it is. Eric, not always. You have to optimize it for mobiles. If you bought a package from us, then we optimize it for mobile anyway. Yanev, probably will talk about the pricing things eventually. It's an advanced question. Yes, Rodrigo, there will be. Oh, amazing. Ed, that's amazing. Well, I mean, is that a specific area that they're working in? So Ed is just saying that they got their first AEO client, and in the less than a week, the client is showing on ChatGPT now. Financial coach, and specifically in any in a specific area, or was it global? Okay, got it. And like, did you use any content? Did you generate any content from here, pledge.ai, or did you do your own? Oh, okay, perfect, great, amazing, awesome. Gabby, can you send a screenshot with the error that you're getting to support@deal.ai, please? So website is not AEO, website builder is not AEO optimized. Greg, the website content and the structure needs to be. Awesome, Ed. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you for letting me know. Okay, great, guys. We are almost reaching towards the end of this. We covered 2 apps today. I'm gonna keep that target on like covering at least 1, if not 2 app every single week. We're gonna keep coming up with more and more apps. We're gonna keep improving the apps that we have. By the next Monday, you're gonna see a language option in all the apps that are there, so you can generate content in whatever language you prefer. And please keep sharing your feedback. We are on this journey together. We're gonna make this platform such a powerful one that you can, just go into the market and monetize and capitalize on this new thing, which is super, super powerful. SEO has been there for years. People are moving away from SEO and Google and moving towards LLMs. So this is gonna be big. All right. Keep sharing your feedback. Keep sharing your ideas if you want to, so that we can keep making this platform better and better for you. Okay. If you have any questions for me, anything that you want to talk about with me, you can always reach out to me here at darsh@deal.ai. I may not be able to respond to you immediately. And I have an autoresponder, so that I'm only taking consulting and strategy calls. So if your question is with regards to you've not received your login details, or there's an error or something, you will not receive a response from me, primarily because I want to focus on something that I do the best. We have a support team for those kind of questions. For those questions, please reach out to support@deal.ai, and your questions will be answered over there. Great. Thank you so much, Terry. You want to take over?
Yep. As Darsh was saying, thank you so much. Well, number one, Darsh, that was epic. Hope you guys enjoyed that. I definitely did. And you guys were epic as well. Also, great engagement there. So nice one, guys. Same time, same place next week. Start implementing what you... Yeah, right, Rodrigo. Darsh is a champ. Absolutely. Absolutely. Good stuff. All right, guys. Well, thanks for jumping on. Same time next week, same time, same place next week, and see you then. And let us know again. Let me put the support email one more time in the chat. Deal.ai for any questions. And cheers, guys. Yes, there will be a replay, Herbert. It will be under the live training. Should be either today or tomorrow, but you will be able to see the replay. Rodrigo calling me Tez. No one calls me Tez over here. That's funny. Are you in England or something? It's like Tezza. All right, guys. You have a good one, and same time, same place next week. Cheers, guys. Bye.